Okay. Let me call to order the Town of Washington Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for the month of January. There's 3 items on the agenda tonight. First is the approval of minutes from the last 2 meetings. The second is for Daniel Yegard, pursuant to the Town Code Section 267-A, subsection 12, and the Town Code Section 460, subsection 6, entitled Rehearing and Review of Prior Decisions upon a motion initiated by any board member and adopted by the unanimous vote of the members present. The ZBA shall review at a rehearing held upon proper notice in accordance with Town Code Section 460, Section 3, prior decision regarding the application of 610 Stanford Road, parcel number 042590, for an area variance for a rear yard setback for a swimming pool. Said decision, which was filed with town clerk on or about November 17th, 2022, shall be reviewed without prejudice based upon the initial application. Second item is the Upton Lake Christian School for an area variance for a peaked roof on a proposed high school on 20 Shepherd Way. With that, let me go to the minutes. Any corrections, omissions, changes to either of those 2 minutes?
I have nothing.
Do I have a motion then to approve those 2 meetings?
Motion to accept the minutes.
Motion by Katie, seconded by Fletcher. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried unanimously. Okay. Then to the rehearing. For the purposes of all the board members, Sarah, could you just kind of brief us on what's involved in that?
Yes, so as the chair said, under Town Law 267A subsection 12 and in the town code, there is the option to conduct a rehearing on an application. This gives the board the authority to reverse, modify, annul, basically just re-review an application. So the first thing would be a motion to conduct a rehearing and review an application, which would need all of your unanimous vote in favor. And then you would proceed to open a rehearing as you would for any other application. That would be open then to the applicant to speak, represent the application, and any other members of the public who are here to speak about it.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, with that said, I would make a motion to adopt a resolution pursuant to town law and town code sections, adopting a rehearing and review of the prior decision made with respect to the Daniel Yadgard matter.
Okay.
Do I hear a
Second.
second? Motion by Frank, seconded by Fletcher. Let me go by voice vote. Frank?
Aye.
Chair votes yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
that was unanimous vote. So
So then you can proceed with the rehearing.
Does it have to be republished?
It was republished.
Oh, okay.
So it was republished. If the motion passed, then it would proceed to the rehearing. So it was noticed to all the neighbors by town code. It's everybody within 500 feet of the property, all owners, and then as applicable by state law as well. So that's been
Okay.
done. You could proceed with a motion to open the rehearing.
okay. So then we need another motion. So I'll make a motion to open the rehearing.
Second.
Motion by the chair, seconded by Frank. Once again, I'll do voice vote. Frank?
Aye.
Chair, yes. Katie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Unanimous vote. Okay. Anybody here representing Daniel?
Yes, good evening, board.
Come on up so we can get you on the...
Pull the chair up if you want, Reg.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. My name is Raymond Raish. I'm the attorney for Mr. Yadgard. At this moment, since it's now been reopened, my client is going to withdraw his prior application without prejudice and the building permit with it, and we're going to submit a new application, which will be hopefully heard on next month's agenda.
Okay. With that, then, we should request a motion to accept the withdrawal of the application and annul the prior decision on the application without prejudice.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Frank, seconded by Katie. Once again, I'll do a voice vote. Tate,
Yes. Yes.
Fletcher, Katie,
Yes.
Chair, yes.
Aye.
Frank, yes. So, unanimous. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Frank.
So at this point, we wait till next month to,
Until they make an application.
application.
Yes.
Okay. So. Ellen, you're good?
I believe that's the case, John. I just wondered, is someone going to let James Finley know to revoke the building permit since it was premised upon this variance?
Well, yes, and Kristen can, of course, but now that the decision's been revoked, there would be grounds to revoke the permit because there's no basis. So the application's been withdrawn. I think Mr. Yadgard has been cooperative in stopping the work there, so
There's no current work going on.
understood.
The TRO stopped the work is what happened, and I just want to be able to alert the court. So we had a conference this morning that it sounds like it may have mooted what's in front of the judge. So as long as Kristen is letting, and I think Ray is indicating, they're consenting the building permit's revoked. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes, because we withdrew our application. There's no basis for the building permit.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
So you made a trip for nothing. This is Ryan, who came out to see how ZBA functions. And this is not normally what happens, Ryan, but hang around.
That was efficiency. Proud.
Okay, thank you for your
Okay, Sarah, I don't think we need you for the next one if you want to go, but that's okay. That's okay. Who's representing Elton Lake School?
Yeah.
Come on up, pull up a chair.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Hi,
How are
I'm
you?
John Parisi, Frank
I'm Brian
Reynolds,
Bovee from Bovee Construction Company.
Okay.
I'm a contractor, representing Oakland Lake.
Katie Briggs, Fletcher,
Nice to meet you.
Connington, and Tate Uncle. Arm.
We've met from the time of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Lady of
Okay.
This
Okay.
was a little hard of hearing. I hearing aids, so I can go and speak up today.
Okay. So why don't you present what you got?
Give you a little update. So I've already been through 3 planning board meetings. We've been going through a workshop there. But the idea is we're looking to build a new high school for Upland Lake Christian School. They currently have a high school in an existing building on the property. And what they're looking to do is take that building down and rebuild, or have me build a new building that's now attached to the existing, there's 2 schools there in a sense. There's an elementary school, which is attached to a church and a gymnasium. So they're looking to take and build a new high school, and attach it with a connecting corridor to the existing building. So where we are, where it's located, the property's on over 28 acres, but where the building is, we're limited on just how long and how spread out we can build the building. Because of parameters, we have a large hill behind the building, we have a parking lot in front of the building where it's proposed, and then we have a septic fields and systems that we're looking to put in. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to build a building, a 2-story building, and put a peaked roof on it. Right now, currently, the existing elementary school and gymnasium has a flat rubber roof. And over the last 20, 25 years, they've been struggling with just trying to keep that flat roof patched, repaired. And so the maintenance on it is quite an upkeep. So they've asked me in the whole design element to create a peaked roof, something that would be more shedding off water comfortably, snow, but yet it's able to be walkable. It's not a super steep roof, it's not a shallow pitch, but it's what we'd call a 7 and 12 pitch roof. So it allows emergency people, it allows maintenance people to be able to easily get up on the roof and do whatever they have to do there. What the difference is really is going from the flat roof to the peak roof, we're figuring that it would put the height over the maximum requirement, 35 feet, by about 8 feet. That's from finished grade to finished peak grade. I think one of the positives on it is that I brought some 3D renderings. Peaked roof actually gives it a little bit more of a residential character than a commercial building with a flat roof. I'm going to stand and hold it up with the hands for you guys.
So that 42.5 number is from the grade, not
From
from the...
grade, yeah. So I think you guys might have even seen the other ones here. So
Yep.
here's the peak roof. And what you're seeing here would be is if you were driving down Salt Point Turnpike and you were to pass by the property, and if you were to look all the way straight back, has everybody here seen the pictures that I've sent in?
Yeah.
So if you're looking all the way straight back, literally to the back of the property, this is where the building is in position. And this is actually the front of the building that you'd actually see. Currently behind the building right now, where the proposed building is. There's our, we see that, okay?
Now, are you gonna keep the clock?
A clock would be nice. I think it'd be a nice little touch for the, tell everybody what time it is, they come to school, what time it is to leave. Just add a little curb appeal to it. As you can see, we have a full loop where the buses can come through, pick up and drop off. The shingles or the roofing material would be what you would see on probably 90% of most residential homes, which would be like an architectural shingle. And this is a shingle that would have a lifetime warranty on it. All the gutter systems would be the same type of gutter systems that you see on a traditional residential house. Rather than being 5-inch gutters, they would be 6-inch gutters to handle water. Otherwise, no other characters being changed as far as on the building, structure-wise.
There's no intent to put solar panels on the roof?
I'm sorry?
There's no intent to put solar panels on the roof?
No.
You've got about a 16-foot height in that attic area. What's going in there? Air handlers?
Yeah,
Elevator?
Good question.
Shaft?
But I think, the plan is to be able to create what they call attic storage trusses, to be able to put air handlers or mechanical systems up inside her. Rather than doing a flat roof or a lot of commercial buildings, you'll see rooftop units and big. What we want to be able to do is tuck everything away, hide everything inside the roof area, and be able to have a scuttle or an attic access or a secondary set of stairs for the service people to be able to go up and take care of mechanicals.
What about for science labs? Any air handlers or filtration systems and that type of thing in there?
For where?
For science
For a
labs?
science lab, I don't know what they're looking for as far as requirements there for that, to be honest with you. We haven't really, existing science labs now are not currently using any big air filtration systems or return air ducts for anything special as far as chemistry. And in our whole design, talking with the principals and teachers, they have not asked us to put in anything special as far as in the science.
But aren't you typically going to have for like chemistry lab chemicals that you're going to be using? Don't they normally then vent through the roof and put filtration systems to make sure stuff isn't being vented into the atmosphere?
To be honest with you, I can't answer that because I really don't know what they're planning to do in the science lab, but I can tell you that I don't think anything's being changed as far as how they're currently running the science lab in the existing school and what they're doing in the proposed new school. If there is an existing air circulation system, I'm sure there's a air circulation system for the new school as well. I don't think there's going to be doing anything that's going to increase more fumes or exhausting into the air.
Is there any-
Why have you put a flat roof on the connector between the two buildings?
Yeah, good question on that. The existing building has a flat roof,
I understand.
and just trying to come up with some kind of connectivity that seems to be probably the most logical solution as far as building
Can't you just
techniques.
pitch it.
We could do a pitch there.
Well, not just a flat pitch, like make one wall.
Yeah, well, more like a shed
A shed
roof off to the one side, and that's actually what this is showing. It's not showing a high pitch there, but what you're seeing on that end of it is the high side. So it really could be we could actually, in fact,
So
pitch it to like a 3 or a 4 pitch.
There's
and have-
gutters and runoff
Yeah.
control and all
Yeah.
that.
Was there any thought ever given to making it more, I'll say energy efficient by, I'll say lowering it into the ground 6 feet or so? The whole building? So you're using less energy for the whole building?
Well, we're going to try to make this as efficient as possible, using the highest energy insulation windows.
No, I wasn't going that point. I was just trying to reduce the height of the peak
Right.
from the ground to make
You
it
could change
easier.
the pitch too. You know, go to a 512 rather than a 712. And that would lower it. I haven't run the numbers, but that would lower it considerably.
It would, I think the idea is with a lower pitch, such as in 3, 4, and 5, it's giving it more of a house feel. And I think what we're trying to do is create an environment that it gives it like a professional school appearance. And still give us the room we need up inside the attic for the canopy.
For getting in there and working on stuff.
Sure.
Any more questions at this point, Fletcher?
No.
Katie? Frank?
I have none.
Okay. Since this is only near the location of the town of Clinton, it has to be sent to the town of Clinton, and it has to be sent to the local fire department, typically, is what we do, okay? Also has to be sent to the county for review. So for the county, I do need a motion to allow us to send it to the county for review and their come back. All of those do require a 30-day response time, so there's no way we can make a decision tonight on it. So you're back on the agenda either way for pending their input. So you're going to make a motion,
I was going to
Frank?
make a motion that the application be circulated to the town of Clinton Fire Department and to the county of Dutchess pursuant to the General Municipal Law 239M.
Second.
Motion by Frank, seconded by Fletcher. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing no nays, the motion, so we'll get that out to the county. Chris?
I'll do that
Clinton
tomorrow.
under 239F, it's under 239 double N, right? And that's.
Did I have the wrong subdivision?
Well,
You
yeah,
have the right one, the county
the
one.
county is 239M, the town of Clinton would be reviewing it under 239 double N. And they're really only supposed to be notified when you're ready to have a hearing on it, so that they can comment and come to the hearing and send somebody if they want to. They're not really required to get variance applications, but they're going to get the planning board's referral. The site plan process is underway with the planning board too. So we were going to use the public hearing for the planning board as that, serve that purpose. Is that what we talked about?
They wouldn't have, at the planning board, they wouldn't be discussing zoning issues. The height.
Yeah, I think it would be two separate hearings, public hearings. So I think that if the ZBA is ready and the application seems complete for this specific thing, that you could schedule the public hearing.
For next month.
For next month.
And then you could notify the town of Clinton. They have actively communicated with the planning
Yeah,
board.
they're aware of this one. So
Yeah, so they
I
may
think, yeah, I think that's fine. It
participate.
would just be under it's a different statute. It's not 239M.
Mhm.
If it wants, I can open the public hearing and then continue it to next month, if that satisfies you, Aaron.
No,
I don't
because you have
think
to
it can.
notice
It
it.
has to
Yeah.
be, yeah, you should
So
set
you
it
can
next
schedule
month.
it though for February.
That'll give the county the 30 days they need. And you can notify Clinton that you're having a hearing. They can send somebody, they can send comments. I think they've already expressed comments to the planning board's attention, but the planning board hasn't set a hearing yet, so they really can't entertain those comments yet.
Well, it would have gone to the ZBA, not to the planning board in Clinton.
No.
Well, no, I think it went to their planning
It
board
went to their
too, because
planning
it's a whole site plan review.
This is
No, I
something-
understand that,
Right.
but
But this one will go to the ZBA of Clinton.
ZBA.
Yeah, we'll notify them if they want to be heard on the variance. I don't see any harm in it.
Yeah. I mean, they're really not.
So,
So Sarah, do I
Yes,
have to, should I send the whole ZBA application to Clinton or just make sure they get a public notice? Public hearing notice?
I think, well, do you post it online, the application here?
Yes.
Then I think you could just do the public hearing notice.
Okay.
But I'll check on 239NN. I don't know if you have to send the whole
town clerk. I
application
think just the town clerk gets it.
and just to participate at the public hearing.
Yeah, let me look at the,
Okay.
hold on, I'm gonna pull up the first memo that we had for the planning board action on this one.
Kristen, do we figure out which fire department has to get it?
Well, I believe that the Millbrook Fire Department, Town of Washington, because the building's located there. But I know, I've been talking to the planning board secretary in Clinton, and they would like their planning board to do a referral, but I would think that was up to her, right?
I don't know, in the past, we've sent some other things to the, I think it was the East
Do you
Clinton
need your memo?
one
Oh,
directly.
so I
Right
should
now.
send it to their fire department?
Yes.
Okay.
So in our October memo to the planning board, when this first came to the planning board, we noted that because of the fact that it shares boundaries with Clinton and Stanford, actually the whole parcel is 28 acres and it actually shares boundary with Stanford as well. Pursuant to 239NN, Town of Washington is required to give notice of public hearing to the clerk of adjacent municipality.
Mhm.
So I think if you just send it to the town clerk,
So we,
that'll get to where it needs to be.
Then I
so we
would-
have to send it to Stanford and Clinton?
Technically, yes.
Then I would amend my motion to include the town of Stamford town clerk.
Yeah, I think it's fine to send to both.
Yes.
Okay.
One-
Okay.
One other thing I just want to verify with this board, because the planning board did declare lead agency, are there any objections to that by any of you?
No. I don't
So-
know.
Can I have a motion that we're okay with planning board being a
Lead agent,
lead agency for seeker?
no objection.
Make a motion.
Motion by Katie, seconded by Tate. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
So the planning board's doing a coordinated, unlisted seeker action. It's an EAF, short EAF for this. And they've already declared lead agency. They're reviewing various issues and we're working with the applicant to get some responses for the next meeting. They're effectively pausing their review on this until the ZBA decides about the height.
Mhm.
So, the fact that you're moving it on to a hearing next month and moving things along, that should help them.
But they're,
They're not going to make a decision until
well,
this is up, right?
they'll have to finish seeker first. That has to be done because now the ZBA is an involved agency, so you can't make a decision until the seeker process is complete. So I would schedule the public hearing as you intend to do, and then you just kind of have to wait it out. If we need to keep it open, then you keep it open until seeker is finished. and then you can proceed with the variance. You don't have to wait for them to finish their complete review, but seeker you do. And also, if you have any comments to be submitted during this period, you're welcome to do that. If there's anything you want me to look into as well, you can do that. If there's questions.
Okay. Anything else, Aaron?
I have one suggestion for the applicant, in that it would make sense to put heights on your eaves and your gable front, because fire departments have ladder height issues. So if you put those two numbers on there, it might expedite your process a little.
That's easy enough.
Yeah, I just, you know.
I guess then the last thing is I would make a motion to schedule this matter for a public hearing to be held on February 21st, 2023 at 7:30 PM at Town Hall.
Motion by Frank, seconded by Katie. All in favor?
Aye.
I think that's it for tonight then. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Sarah.
Yes.
Motion, I'll make a motion to close the January meeting. Do I hear a second?
You sure do.
Motion by Chair, seconded by Frank. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing no negatives, motion carried.